Yes, I had a very wonderful experience in Liberia, and I learned from what they're doing, and I also shared my experience with what we have been doing. Interestingly, I realized that they are far behind us, and because they have not actually adopted or actually started implementing decentralization per se. And the decentralization expert who was the consultant in the workshop actually confessed that the act that they are trying to pass through Parliament, the Decentralization Act, was modeled on the Sierra Leonean Local Government Act, and that what they have in place is a local government administration. But then, as we were working for them to develop their CLAP, which is the Country Local Action Plans, they did it differently from ours. They did it by counties, and then integrated all into one. One or two counties were used as models. They developed a pen template, and the other counties, which I think is also good. But then, of course, we brought everybody together and developed, our own localization strategy. But I think one thing I learned and what I shared was the willingness of the superintendent to actually listen and commit to the process. And one thing I borrowed, which I think we try to replicate here, frankly, here most times it's the technical staff that stay to do the workshops. Most of the time, the mayors, the chairpersons, or the administrative heads will just come to the opening and they'll go. There, the superintendents themselves sat down, went through the technical sessions. Some served as rapporteurs. There was one actually, the superintendent from Grand Bassa. He was actually inputting, the recommendations on the template. That was something that really impressed me, and I think it's because a lot of them have technical backgrounds, unlike here where most of the chairpersons are just politicians and may not have the technical skills required to be technocrats. It was a wonderful experience.
And for the assistant superintendent from Grand Bassa who will be joining us, what do you hope that he can add to the Sierra Leonean experience here as a peace exchange member?
Yes, when I was there, the superintendent for development, I don't know, I don't know whether it's the statutory position, but they did not have much to say about what they're actually doing. But then it will be good to hear from him what they are doing, and we'll compare to what our development planning officers are doing. And then maybe if there are novelties in what they are doing, these are best practices that we can copy. And then if there are things that we are also doing that may be of interest to them, I'm sure I'll create a kind of, if he's here, when he's here, I'll create a kind of dialogue between him and one or two of our development planning officers, because I think that they are about doing the same thing.
I was also privileged to form a part of some of the workshops and conferences and the you people conducted in Liberia on the participation, peace building, women empowerment participation, on the national women secretariat and network in Liberia. And from there, county by county, we drew up what we call the CLAP. The CLAP is the County Action Plan towards improving and protecting women issues and preventing gender violation and abuse of women's rights, girls' rights. So we have our localized action plan as a county, as a country, as to how we go about this program. And it's also a privilege for me to be in Sierra Leone for several other purposes. One, to share with the Sierra Leonean counterpart our experiences and how we are going about rolling out the program in Liberia, and to also learn from them. And that exercise is geared towards helping me and my Liberian team to integrate some of the positive aspects of the Sierra Leonean experiences and activities into our own local content. And I think that is going very well. I'm following up with them. Like, as you may be aware, Sierra Leone has made progress in the area of decentralization and local government reform, which my country is making frantic effort to accelerate local governance reform, decentralization. And so I'm learning from them in that area that they already have a structure on the ground. They have autonomous local structure that can make decisions, that can commit itself to national and international protocols, conventions, and commitment regarding women issue and girls protection and stuff like that. So I'm learning from them that we need to do more as a country like Liberia to accelerate our local government reform program. That is one thing I know. Because in the absence of local autonomy, we will have to revert to national government for moving forward. And here, I've listened to most of the councillors from various districts in Sierra Leone making commitment that we will do this. We have decided to do this. We will enforce the guidelines. So it tells me that they have some level of independence in terms of local decision making, okay, which we don't have yet as it is. So we are moving towards that and we're making progress. So I'm learning a lot and I'm prepared to contribute a lot in terms of what we're doing in our own context, right? Like in Liberia, the workshop we had in Liberia, we made commitment to invest local resources that we will generate at our county level.